All right. Are we rolling? We're rolling. What's up, everybody? Robbie Goodwin's back. I have Joe Gorman back with me, returning guest. And today I'm so excited. We have one of my favorite comedians in the city, Zac Amico, is here, everybody.
Oh, thank you for having me, buddy. You're the best.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun because I'm in a I want to have Zac on because I'm in a movie talk mood lately. And Zac, I see you've been tweeting a lot about the Fast and the Furious.
I can't stop.
Yeah,
I fucking love it. I really went into it ironically, and somewhere around Tokyo Drift, I went, I think I like this. And now I'm so in.
Yeah.
Like I'm 7 in.
That 7's the best. No, 5 is my. No, I think 5 is good, and then 7's amazing. I think it kind of falls off 8 and 9 though. But
Well, I'm gonna find out. But I mean, just everything about it is great.
I would say once The Rock comes in to when he leaves is just magic. It's fantastic.
Are you also going to watch Hobbs and Shaw?
Yes,
like the
of
spinoff.
course.
It's all part of the Fast and Furious verse.
Yeah, and I fuck, dude.
Vin Diesel into the Furious verse. Yeah. He's like, that's Black Vin Diesel. Oh my god.
It was so funny because my only other experience with the Fast and the Furious is how Dana Gould describes it,
What does
which
he say?
is so basically there's certain things that some people that interpret film would say are indicative of a penis. One is a big, muscular, bald man. Another is a gun. And another is a car. So technically, the Fast and the Furious movies are penises in penises shooting penises at each other's penises.
That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Dana Gould is fucking brilliant.
But everything about it is just dicks. Like, if you watch the second Fast and Furious, and it's mostly about Tyrese and Paul Walker's friendship, but they can't stay together anymore because they get in too much trouble. If you added one line that was, "We used to date," it changes nothing about the movie. And it's just about two guys who used to smoke meth and fucking steal cars.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Like, the gay overtone. First, Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez have negative sexual tension.
Absolutely.
They could not look like they less want to fuck.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Well, because she's a lesbian, right? In real life.
I would
think.
imagine so.
I think she's a lesbian.
I think she's like a tough bisexual woman.
Yeah.
But like, they could not give less of an appearance. And then the fact that James Gunn watched Vin Diesel in a movie and went, that motherfucker will make a good tree, is such brilliant casting. If he was made of wood, this line delivery would be perfect.
It's so true. Yeah. He just needed him to. Do you think Vin Diesel just walked in and said one line in Guardians of the Galaxy? They just needed it for I Am Groot.
That's
right?
why he was striking. That's why he's on the SAG.
He gets James Gunn does a version of every Guardian script just for Vin Diesel, where there's an interpretation next to what that I Am Groot means.
Oh, wow. That's brilliant.
So Vin knows what each I Am Groot is supposed to be him saying.
Oh, amazing. I guess he does say it differently.
Only
yeah.
a true method actor such as Vin Diesel would be aware of that subtle nuance.
He's the Daniel Day-Lewis of bald retards.
He would only say "I am Groot" on film.
Yeah, he's like, I need my motivation behind I Am Groot. Yeah, that's what I mean. It is like him and Paul Walker do have the arc of of like the Before Sunset series of just like a homosexual couple that has gone through a lot together. You know what I mean?
It's extremely gay.
Yeah,
and a phenomenal way. It's lots of sweaty men.
Oh yeah, dude. When the Rock gets out, when he first appears and he's just drenched, he looks like he just got out of a pool, and he's like. I'm just like, dude,
and
that's
he's
fucking
huge.
Sick.
It's like crazy because it's like beyond comprehension. It's like, how the fuck is this guy also a cop when he's like working out 8 hours a day? How can he also get involved in all this espionage?
Dude, it's so funny. He's doing paperwork in the beginning of 7, and it's just this giant hulking man trying to hold a pen. And then he's in the hospital, and it's my favorite thing. He's in a hospital bed, and his tray is just red Jell-O and a gun.
That's also in my rider when I do comedy clubs. I saw Furious 7 in rumble seats because my friend Sam, online boy, he like demands to see every action movie in rumble seats, 40X. So like it's just most of all it's really cool because like but there's like a scene where Charlize Theron is like hacking, right? And she goes, "I'm in," and presses enter, and the chair moves.
That's awesome.
It's so sick, dude. If you're gonna see Fast and Furious, that's the one movie that's really improved by rumble seats.
Dude, they should take rumble seats to movies that don't need Brokeback Mountain rumble seat, and you're just sitting in the chair.
It only moves during one scene.
Yeah.
And then when he comes, it sprays the water in you.
Yeah, the slight mist.
Yeah. I saw Deadpool 2 in those rumble seats, and it was a truly miserable experience.
Oh, really? Are you excited about the third one that's on hiatus?
I liked the first one. The second one was just too much, maybe because I saw it in fucking rumble seats. And the third one, I'm like, I don't think Disney's going to do a good Deadpool. I mean, maybe that's they've been pessimistic.
I feel like they've been fucking up on almost everything, like this past 2
Marvel
years.
has been, like...
Not Guardians.
Not Guardians is great.
Guardians was great.
But that's just because they're like, all right, James Gunn, we don't know what we're doing. Just do what you want to do.
Yeah, at least like James Gunn gets to do whatever he... Like they have enough faith in James Gunn that he can kind of just do whatever.
And I
like
think
they know they'll pull it off.
Do you remember that one he got fired off, right? That's when
he got fired from directing 3 due to tweets from when he was a young man.
Like 2008, like long time, like 12 years. Like
and he was antagonistic personality, and he liked making fucked up jokes. He comes from the world of horror that I do.
Yeah.
A lot of those tweets were at my boss.
Really?
Because I was sitting there when we got a phone call to start deleting tweets.
Oh my God, really?
I knew about I got tipped off the day before. We got a call, please delete the following.
How'd you get tipped off that they knew that they're going to come out with an article?
I think somebody knew because we were on set. And rumblings came around that James was about to get Me Too
for tweets.
For the most horseshit.
like clearly fucking...
Yeah, like see at the NAMBLA meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
Like silly shit.
Yeah. And what I remember the argument at the time from like conservatives, like, well, it's Disney, so you can't. It's like, but I'm like, Disney owns fucking everything. They own like half of everything, so you can't fucking. That's not an excuse anymore. Like, yeah, I know it's a family-friendly brand, but they own Family Guy. You know, if Disney's gonna own everything, they have to let their creators make shitty jokes 12 years ago. You know what I mean?
100%. And but then I guess the cast, especially Batista, was like, we will not do the movie with another director. Like, this is his voice and his vision.
It really is. It's one of the only Marvel things that...
Well, it's one of the reasons why it's consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's one guy's story.
I actually think the third one might be my favorite one.
It was excellent.
Of the 3. I cried. I thought it was fucking great. Yeah, it was great. And because... What was great about that one is I think Marvel has kind of like... A lot of their movies look kind of samey these days. And Guardians 3 just had such a unique like color palette. And like
well, just superhero movies in general, like how many times do we have to see everything devolves into chaos, the sky swirls, it turns dark, everything it's apocalyptic, the bad guys swarm, and then the heroes it's like we've seen the same end scene. Like the save from Apocalypse, from Watchmen till now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we've watched the end of the same movie in every franchise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, so many Marvels like get the blue orb or whatever, which Transformers did the new one. They were like, we have to find the blue cube. I'm like, I can't believe we're still fucking doing this.
Did you see Fega tagged me in the funniest tweet? There's been 2 Nickelodeon Lifetime Achievement Awards given.
I saw this.
This year, Optimus Prime.
Nice.
2012, Dan Schneider.
And they had a screenshot of the wiki, where those are the only 2 names listed.
Those are the only 2.
That's awesome, dude.
Which makes me think Dan Schneider is a transformer, and he turns into an ice cream truck.
He's transformed a lot of kids' lives. I'll tell you that right now.
Dude.
I saw some fucking former Nickelodeon star did a Reels where it was like a picture of the cast with Dan Schneider, and they had an artist painting out Dan Schneider from the picture.
Oh shit!
So that was a picture of just the kids.
Oh wow!
And it was like, abandoning toxic people in 2023 or whatever.
Did he ever get like popped, or is it just kind of just like
all of that hearsay?
Everyone just.
I think he was removed from his position, but he's still producer on it. Like,
right?
I don't think he's allowed to hang out, but I think they can't take his money.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think he's got charges. What do you think? And I talk about Dan Schneider so much.
I'm fascinated too.
First of all, the foot-shaped pool is wild.
Yeah.
That was the Nickelodeon logo, though. But that's a chicken and egg thing.
Right.
Do you think Dan was maybe in the ear of
He was
the
absolutely
CEO?
pushing.
Like,
It's like,
hey,
what-
I got a great idea for a logo.
Well, that's what all autistic dudes do. They're like, you know what's really funny? Feet. It's so funny when girls have their feet out because feet are gross, right? Ew, girl feet, right?
Yeah. Truly masters of persuasion.
And what do you think of the rumor that he is Jamie Lynn Spears' baby daddy?
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think
was
it's actually
cool.
hot. No, I think I've seen that, but I don't know. I mean, the baby does look a lot like him.
Yeah, but maybe he just looks like a baby.
Yeah,
That's true.
Can you go, Frank? Can we Google Dan Schneider next to Jamie Lynn's baby? Because
yeah.
It
that
is
up.
wild that there is no, like, even when Britney would get pregnant by random dudes, we would find out
Who the dude was.
unless they were protecting the guy's identity because she was underage.
That might have
right.
been like the only other thing is like they were both teenagers at the time, so maybe 'cause,
Maybe
like,
they
she was,
weren't
like-
allowed to say his name.
Yeah, because like well, if you're old enough to knock somebody up, you're old enough to get famous off of it.
I will say Jeanette McCurdy.
Oh yeah, Open
yeah,
and
that's
shut
fucking
case.
crazy.
Hell yeah,
That's
I love it. Like, look at the lips, look at the fucking beady little eyes.
the 4chan Columbos
Yeah,
are
look at
out
that.
there they're in a photo
Yeah.
lab. They're
Yeah.
drawing it out like, look, see.
We're like a black lady on Maury. Look, Maury, he got his lips. He got his ears. He got his eye to go funky on the left side. He got from his mother.
Dan Schneider's
See the
there.
kink in that baby's hair? That ain't my hair, Maury.
Dan Schneider. They're like, Dan Schneider, you are not the father, and he gets up and just starts beating off.
licking a foot.
Yeah, now anyone can send me their feet. I think he lost a lot of weight recently. He had like a New York Times profile done on him.
He's back.
It's a weird one though. It's like an Epstein thing where it's like either he's innocent, which I still think Epstein might be innocent. No, but it's like a weird like shadow. Like he must have a lot of blackmail on a lot of people because I feel like a lot of people have like alluded to him and like talked about him, but they're not like they can't like straight.
I
up.
would assume it's all NDAs.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Janet McCurdy, like in her book, she didn't really even talk about it, and like
Well, he did. She did, but she didn't name him.
Doesn't she refer to him as the creator?
The creator, which is so ominous. That's so crazy. Yeah, NDAN, NDAN. But yeah, you can't spell NDA without Dan.
damn.
All right.
It's a DAN.
Yeah, Dan. You had to sign a DAN.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, who can blame him, man?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's playing in traffic. Those are hot kids he's hanging out with all day.
yeah. He's like, why don't we cast like a bunch of hot kids in these sitcoms? What if they're all hot, huh?
Yeah.
Like Friends, but they're kids.
You think he made Amanda Bynes go nutsy?
I think so. Yeah. If he didn't molest her, then definitely. Because I mean, like he is definitely guilty, like straight up, of being like an awful boss who like screamed at children and was
Yeah.
like inappropriate, like with how mean he was.
Which goes against everything Nickelodeon stood for at the
Yeah.
time.
How I can't believe the studio behind Ren and Stimpy would have someone who's a little off mentally.
Damn, remember the Nickelodeon Super Toy Run? Where you would go to like Toys R Us or something and you could fill up your cart with as many toys as possible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was like the coolest shit ever, man.
that was like the original supermarket sweep.
Yeah, but for kids.
Yeah, Nickelodeon was fucking great back in
That
the
fucking
day.
ruled, man. We got to bring back the Great Toy Run.
Hey, Frank, if you want to Google Nickelodeon Super Toy Run poster, one of the years it was me.
Really?
Yeah.
You did that?
I wasn't on it. I was in the commercial.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
hell
fucking
yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, I was in a couple Nickelodeon commercials when I was like in middle school age.
Oh,
Sixth,
awesome.
seventh, eighth.
How'd
grade.
that happen? Were you a child actor?
I had a friend who was an actor, and then his agent picked me up. So I did a few like print ads and a few little things.
That's amazing.
That's fucking
when I was a
awesome.
kid. So somewhere in my mom's house, there's a VHS of my Nickelodeon commercials, and then I had I have the Super Toy Run poster at my house.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is amazing.
I'll take a picture of it one day and I'll upload it.
That's so-
I don't think I've ever shared it.
That's so cool.
There's a bunch of results. I don't see any of that.
Let's
Yeah.
just look at all of
Really
them.
have a kid.
Pull
Just
it
like
up.
Dan Schneider.
God damn, remember that? Like, kids would always be like, oh, he got a Nintendo. and he got a fucking Transformer.
Yeah, mine was like a beach theme.
Oh, nice. Damn, that always looked like just like a wild amount of fun. Remember when that Nickelodeon takes over your school?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go to your school. We're gonna slime your principal. And then
Man.
they would fucking slime the principal, and it's like your teacher is Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. And
Wow. You see, that was the dream growing up. Like, damn, my principal could get slimed?
yeah,
No way.
This authority figure.
Can I show you guys my favorite Nickelodeon promotion?
Absolutely.
Frank, can you YouTube Nick or Treat?
Oh hell yeah!
You know what this is?
No, what's
this was
that?
a thing where Nickelodeon would call your house and you had to pick up the phone with the phrase that pays. Frank, if you just bring it up, the Nick or Treat commercial.
Nickelodeon takes over your school and it's just Columbine footage.
Here we go.
Practice for weeks. Now it's time for Nick's calling
Whoa.
100 kids all this week.
That sounds like the N-word.
Yeah.
All morning on Halloween.
Nick or Treat.
And you'll win a glow-in-the-dark Nick t-shirt, $5 in gift certificates to McDonald's, and a package of amazing fruit gummy bears.
That's awesome,
Come
dude.
on, sit, what you wear, who you scare. Just make sure you answer. Amazing fruit gummy bears and
Damn, dude.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
Nick a treat.
There's another one.
Where the
There's
fuck-
another one that's a little black and picking up the phone. Going, Nick a Treat.
He's holding the phone like
which
this.
we now call Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Oh yeah, there we go. Nick or please.
Damn, that was awesome, dude. Early Nickelodeon rules. Man.
Yeah, I got a nice fuzzy feeling watching that.
That was good. That's some good nostalgia right there.
Mm-hmm. Were you guys all? Did you guys get the face? The screen that was just the face talking.
Yeah, Face, but that was
Yeah,
Nick
Face,
Jr.
that was-
Oh, is that Nick Jr.?
Did you guys have Stick Stickly?
Yes, I
Stickly,
love
Nick
Stick
in the
Stickly.
afternoon.
That was my fucking boy.
Yeah,
He's got the you pick and your favorite Nicktoon.
And then
Yeah.
the Face was Nick Jr.
That's
That was
right.
when we were little.
That was
yeah.
Oh,
Face was like, I would always see Face when I was homesick. And I was like, all right, Face, wrap it up. I want to kick it with my man Stick Stigley.
yeah, dude.
Because now that I'm home, I can watch like the early fucking shows like
Yeah, I don't want to watch this Gullah Gullah Island tour
I
shit.
don't want to watch fucking or Eureka's Castle. Get to the good shit.
Get that
Yeah.
going on,
I want to see
motherfucker.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, dude. That show was anxiety.
I loved that show so much.
I was always scared of the temple guards.
I like the big
yeah.
talking thing.
Yeah,
with
Otep or whatever.
with the eye. Yeah, the that was fucking sick. They should bring that back. That was still the coolest game show I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think games like that, like, because I just watched the American Gladiators doc.
Oh yeah.
I think they were kind of just throwing bodies at stuff. And in this day and age, they just can't.
Yeah, they can't. Right.
Especially
right.
children. Like, sometimes even when I watch, like, Floor is Lava and shit,
Yeah.
I'm like, they must sign so many things not to sue because if you, like, break your ankle or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I just, like, American Gladiators, they were just beating the shit out of each other for shit money. And then they were making them do live tours. So they're just on the road fighting.
Yeah, man, the Reagan era was truly the golden age of just.
And then they gave them all a month notice that they were going to steroid test.
Oh shit!
They're like,
so they're already like juiced up and
they're
like,
huge, and they're
yeah.
like, hey, we're going to have to start testing in a month. Did everyone hear that? I know you're not on steroids. That's why we'll be testing you all in a month.
Oh, so just enough
Just
time to
enough-
get out of the.
To not piss hot.
Right. Yeah.
But then you're all like fucking weak and fucked up from not doing. You can't like just do They were fucking popping steroids like Pez
Yeah.
candy.
What happens if you go off steroids cold turkey
I don't know. Ask Matt Marin.
or RFK Jr.?
Yeah. RFK doesn't do. That's all fucking patriotism right there.
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. That's all no vaccine.
Yeah, that's just American meat right there.
We'd all look like that if we didn't take the vaccine. We'd all be able to bench like RFK Jr.
Yeah, but we would all sound like that, too.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I can't do it. I did it last week, but yeah. He kind of sounds like he's crying and out of breath at all times. Like, I can't believe.
Yeah, dude, his dad died. Give him a break.
Yeah.
Of course he's sad, dude.
Yeah. He got trapped like that when his dad died. He's like, Mommy, Dad's dead. The vaccine.
Daddy's taking a nap on the hotel lobby floor. Why is it so spicy?
I miss my daddy.
I think he's gonna get the nomination, man.
No.
Dude, I like him.
He's likable. The Kennedy name has some fucking clout.
I just like that he can bench press like that.
I think
that's
he's-
really that sold me.
He's got the hottest wife, dude. Cheryl Hines. She's
Yeah.
gonna be the hottest first lady.
I was saying it's so Cheryl for your husband to get you way in over your head.
Oh, I just imagine if they kept her as if they kept it.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole season of Curb. I
Yeah.
said this the other day, where Larry has to watch Cheryl marry the president.
Oh shit! I thought that they should do a Curb season where Larry runs for president, like RFK Jr. is like, look, I'm just trying to get some attention, and then people really love him, and he's like, I'll bench press. I don't know.
I would be so watching him have to see Cheryl on TV all the time.
Yeah. There's a great picture of them three together
At the wedding.
Yeah, that's the funniest.
There's another
shit
one.
ever.
Old Jewish men on Instagram posted it, and it's one of the three of them together where Larry just looks miserable, and then it's one of the only smiling pictures I've ever seen of Larry David. The next slide is him just with a lobster by himself at the wedding.
Amazing.
And he looks so thrilled to be by himself eating.
Yeah. This was free. Yeah. the Kennedys paid for this lobster. Speaking of.
They found it at the bottom of the ocean, like Ted's girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Fuck. This is a Chappaquiddick, 1980. Fuck, Zach. That's fucking brilliant. Holy shit. Do you think when Ted Kennedy, like, when he got out of the ocean, he was just like, fuck, I'll never be president? Like, as soon as he got out.
I fucked up.
They all just talk like JFK.
God damn it, I was gonna be president and this bitch had to die.
I thought the bitch could swim.
I told her, don't wear seatbelts. She thought it would save her. Turns out it killed her. And now I'll never be fucking president. Chappaquiddick, goddamn. Speaking of long-dicked Jewish guys who get into trouble, did you see Beau is Afraid?
No, I didn't.
I just watched it this week.
Nice.
Fucking great, dude.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix and Ari Aster, who did Hereditary and Midsommar.
Oh, so is there another one that was like intense fucking
So here's the thing, it's
scary?
not scary, but it's like deeply unsettling in a... Because Ari Aster, are you a fan?
Yes, I am.
He is the king of, first of all, depicting nightmares. And this
Yeah.
is like that kind of weird nightmare where you're like kind of doing a bunch of stuff and you don't know like where like someone will suddenly appear and you're like, where'd you come from, you know, and then it's like, it's a big surreal like road trip movie basically. And, but he's amazing at just like depicting like familial trauma and like your worst fears coming true. And he does that in this movie, but it's like funny. But then becomes terrifying at the very end. I would like in not in a like jump scare way, but in a like, oh man, I feel like it makes you think about your life kind of and how and like your greatest fears about yourself in a lot of ways in your family and stuff like that. But here's the thing, it's really weird and it's clearly them just giving him a ton of money to do whatever he wants. And I'm like,
Frank, we can hear you, buddy.
Sorry.
Nope, you're probably good.
I thought that was I thought that was just the voices of mice. I thought I was like, I didn't take my Seroquel today. No, but
No, I want to see it. He's so good at the family trauma thing, though, that Midsommar fucked my chick up.
yeah.
Like, she was like, bomb. The beginning of that movie
Yeah, the first scene is just him.
is so tough that she was like really apprehensive, so I have to watch it by myself. And being in a marriage and finding time to watch a 3-hour
It's 3
film
hours.
It's
yeah.
like 3 intense
by yourself
hours.
Yeah.
on the TV in the living room.
It's a lot. I will say it does feel very long, but here's the thing. I also love his visual style. Like there's kind of like something weirdly. He's like David Lynch, but like a little cartoony, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot of that on the screen for 3 hours, which could get a little exhausting. But I loved it. It's just like if you like him, it's just him for 3 hours. But not everyone I talk to. In fact, I'm recommending it to Zach because I think he would dig it. But I'm like, this is one of those movies that I just cannot recommend to people, even though I really liked it. You know, it's because it's really weird. And it's also like it doesn't abide by normal logic; it abides by dream logic.
Oh,
you know?
dang!
So
It's like one of those things. Like I feel the same way about Mandy, where I'm like, I thought it was the coolest movie, but I know most people. I can't be like, do you guys see this movie? What is it? Nicolas Cage does cocaine and fights bikers from hell on acid.
and then there's a big showdown with it where Nicolas Cage has a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the Mandy trailer, Frank? I want to watch that. That trailer is fucking based.
Yeah, dude, man, and it ruled, but I can't like tell people like, oh, this is a great narrative film.
I can never tell my sister, hey, watch Mandy. She'd be like, what the fuck is this? I don't know if you saw The Flash, but spoiler alert, they incorporate Cage as Superman in it first scene.
And it's him fighting the spider.
Yeah, which is funny.
It made Kevin Smith cry. He
Did
was
The
so
Flash
moved.
make Kevin Smith
He
cry?
cries during every. He cries
Yeah, it's a
during
superhero movie.
Yeah, it's a movie he saw at this point.
Yeah.
A flick. He saw a flick. and it made-
A superhero movie that reminded him of himself
Hey.
and something he said? He definitely cried.
Hey, cats, I just got this flick.
Why do him and Tarantino talk like old jazz guys? Tarantino's like, "What's up, Daddy-O?" And he's like, "Look, cats, I just caught a flick, you know."
Hey, all you cool hip cats.
Yeah, they all watched Swingers and talked like that and never stopped. All right, here's
Here
Mandy,
we go.
everybody. Ooh,
Now this is
this
is gonna make
my
me
old
cry.
employer,
Sundance.
RLJ. Yeah, Sundance. Actually, yeah.
There it is.
So it's Nick Cage looking at some girl that looks like the kind of girl I would hook up with.
Nice, beautiful lady.
Wonderful.
Oh, little kisses.
Nice.
Under the crimson,
He loves it.
primordial sky, the wretched warlock reached into the dark embrace. His fist closed around the serpent's eye.
I'm scared.
Terrified.
This is scary.
It is scary.
I need you to get me that girl I saw. Do you know what to do?
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're a special one, Mandy. I, too, am a special one.
This is just like 2 a.m. at every Bushwick bar.
So
For me.
very special together.
3 women under a red light. Ah!
Nicolas Cage almost out of debt.
Is he?
Nowhere near. He was buying like T-Rex skulls and shit, dude. You don't come back from that.
I'm still paying off my island.
You think you're so in love? I'll show you love.
This looks pretty surreal.
Dude, it's awesome.
I might have to check this one out.
Yeah, smoke some weed and watch it.
Yeah, damn. Tell Kelly, sorry, babe.
It's boys' night.
Yeah, turn off couples therapy. We're watching this.
Kelly's like, who's this bitch Mandy you keep talking about?
Yeah.
Strange and eternal.
Oh, she would hate this. She gets so pissed, especially because like this is the type of movie I fall asleep like 5 minutes into. You know?
And she watches the whole thing.
Yeah, she has to watch the whole thing.
So you
'cause it's
unintentionally
intense.
force a woman to watch like
Yeah.
a traumatic experience.
That's
Amazing.
every horror movie. It's like, no, it'll be fun. We'll like this one. And like before they even move into the haunted house, I'm like asleep. I'm like knocked out. And then she's like, I couldn't turn it off.
You wake up and you're like, how is the movie, babe? And
Yeah.
she's like wide awake, staring at the ceiling.
Well,
She's on the ceiling.
They won't turn it off. She wouldn't turn on her own. Like it's like one of those things. Like I have to watch the whole thing once it starts.
Yeah, right.
That's like it's
She's
like
one of those.
Yeah, it's like a weird like compulsive thing. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that does limit the scary movies.
Well, you gotta fuck with her and put on like one of those Andy Warhol like 9 hours, 9 hours of a guy sleeping with a boner or whatever.
Yeah, like a small black and white, like fucking 4x3 movie of just like a guy like sitting in a Bushwick bar or whatever the fuck Andy Warhol did. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, yeah, Mandy's cool. Check that out. What do you guys watch with your significant others usually? What do they like?
Oh, we like horse shit.
Yeah.
Big on right now our shows are Only Murders in the Building
Oh, nice.
That was a good one.
and Yellow Jackets.
Oh, okay. Is Yellow Jackets good? My sister. told me
I
to watch
really
it.
like it. The second season was as good as the first, but I enjoy it very much. And Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, Gemstones is so fucking good. Baby Billy's got to get back on the TV.
Yeah, no, I love. Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Walton Goggins is one of the like greatest like
Yeah.
actors of all time.
Dude,
So
when he
intense.
dropped it, now who wants to suck an old man's cock?
Now, who wants to suck an old man's cock?
And then other than that, we watch like fluff. Like we like She Loves 90 Day Fiance, and I'll put up with that a lot.
Yeah.
because I can make fun of the people on
Right.
it. She watches some of the Housewives, and
Yeah.
then dude, I love like fucking like Is It Cake on Netflix?
Is
like,
it Cake?
That's such a fun
Shit like
one.
that. It's just easy. It's like you can turn your mind off,
Yeah.
and it's like everybody's happy. We love Next Level Chef. Like I love Chopped, shit like that.
Like cooking shit.
Stuff that we can engage and discuss, but it's only got a 25-minute runtime.
Yeah.
because I don't like. Then we can kind of pick a thing and be like, all right, I don't know if we can commit to a fucking film,
Right. Yeah.
but I can watch 25 minutes of this and we can talk about what we think is cake.
And it's totally light, and it's like, yeah, it's fun. Like when my ex put on Vanderbilt Rules, like it's not something I would ever fucking
Vanderpump
watch.
Rules.
Sorry, Vanderpump Rules.
I'm way too invested in that show now. Too.
Oh yeah, the Scandival.
Dude, I'm on poor Tom Sandoval, dude.
You're on his side.
Absolutely,
Just because you kind of look like him.
Yeah, he grew a mustache, dude. No fucking guilty man has a mustache.
I love that he chose to dress extra dastardly when
so
he committed a crime. But yeah, that's something I would never fucking watch. But she put it on. I was like, this is actually very watchable.
It's meant to be that, and like even like Don Draper likes the Real Housewives and
John Hamm.
Yeah, he loves. He's talking. He always weighs in on that.
Imagine a
shit.
world where everyone's 41 but they act 25. They're all drinking the whole time and fucking each other. We call it Vanderpump Rules, and you'll love it.
That's
Yeah.
why I can't get rid of Peacock now, because like Kelly's all about that show.
Peacock what is their business model? Because they just like
NBC.
it's NBC, but they pay for like the Mario Brothers. Like they must be just
They
hemorrhaging.
paid crazy money for WWE. They gave WWE so much fucking money that WWE got rid of one of the best streaming apps ever.
Which one?
The WWE Network
Oh, yeah, okay.
was so good. You used to be able to search per match.
Wow.
And then it would bring you to that match on that pay-per-view. Or you could open the pay-per-view and it would have chapters like a fucking DVD. And
Wow.
you could pick it. Now, you fucking just
It just
scrolling
sucks.
through Peacock like an asshole.
Because they don't care. They're just like, we'll just
Yeah,
get.
they just done it.
And they edit the shit to hell.
Yeah.
Like they really edit it a lot.
Yeah, now anything bloody's in black and white.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like the Eddie Guerrero JBL, like they fucking cut all the fun shit where JBL was like throwing the immigrants off out of America, where he's like, I'm making sure no more Eddie Guerreros get in here. And just like stopping at the border.
I just watched a Macho Man clip and I was like, dude, he just like me for real. Because like, I'm always anxious. I'm always jittery. It's just my personality. And I'm like, hell yeah, Macho Man, just like me.
Yeah, they really fucking
WWE $1 billion. Dr. Evil did the deal.
But I know people because there's still WWE Network in like Europe. So and I know people that use a VPN to sign in from a European country so that they can still use the network.
Oh shit.
Do you think black people use a UPN?
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyway,
It's an us personal network.
So I'm like, this actually kind of, I want to talk about this with you, Zach, actually, too. This brings me around to like the strike, like the writers and the, are you in it, either of the unions?
I am not.
Okay. Well, I'm just like, what do you think about the writers and like the strikes and stuff like that?
I totally get it. I people say like that people are being greedy, but like I just watched this one thing with a guy who's like, he's been a writer on so many hit shows and like stuff that's, circulated, it's been syndication for years. And he's basically explained that, with the way TV shows are made now, he used to write all year. Now he writes for 3 months. And then they call him back in when there's the new season. So they've changed the scheduling of shit. This guy's like, he's been a producer and a writer on multiple shows on multiple networks. This year he didn't qualify for healthcare.
Shit.
Because they're drastically cutting back the hours you work.
Yeah.
And now they're doing a thing where instead of getting a whole writer's room, they'll do shit like they'll have one person write it, then they'll hire another writer to punch it up, and then another writer to fix it. So technically there was never a writer's room.
Fuck.
They just paid 3 people on passes.
That's how movies do it a lot of the time. And it's like a weirdly bad way to write TV, I feel like.
not only that, but
especially
like,
comedy.
And I've heard certain central channels that are like, I don't know, let's call it Laughter Central. When they produce things, they actually give a writer's budget, but then they give the writers money to split. So they give a writer's, what would technically be what a writer should make, they give to like 3 people.
Jeez, I'm not surprised. Yeah. They've always cut corners. Laughter City.
Yeah. And not only that, like they say there's no way to know who's watching what to give people residuals.
That's completely false.
But like the guy that was I don't know if you guys watched it. It was the guy that was the dad on Hannah Montana.
Nice.
Now that show probably is streamed a few million times a day. If it was in syndication on TV, that guy would be getting money. But because the new syndication is this streaming thing, he's getting residual checks for like a cent because they have to pay you, but it's like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a dollar. So they send you a cent. There's actually a bar that used to be in LA called Residuals, and you could trade in 1 cent residual checks for a drink.
Oh, that's amazing.
And the whole bar is filled with all these famous writers' residuals.
Oh, hilarious.
Who got like these shit checks. You can't even, like, what do you do with a cent check?
Yeah,
like,
you can't even cash
It's almost, it almost like, it's worthless.
How much was the stamp to send that?
Right.
The
paper
check
it's
and
printed
printing
on.
out. Yeah, exactly. I think if I print something out of Kinko's, it's like 10 cents.
Right.
Yeah. So I totally get it. It's just, we're in an ever-changing industry, and we need to protect people as it changes. Much like they had to make new laws when we got fucking airplanes,
Right?
And when we got the internet, this is also changing our industry. And the whole point of having a union is to make sure people are calling it greedy, but they're looking at like Tom Cruise's and like these upper echelon people.
Yeah.
That's not who the strike's for. The strike is for your everyday working Joe. I work in TV. And just like any other art form, you work your whole life for fucking peanuts in the hope that you get the thing you can live off of. And now if they take that away, it's not a viable living anymore. Like, people got to live. People got families. And like, these places they're not losing money. The executives are not the ones suffering. Nobody's like dying. They're making more money. So that's because they're not distributing it in a way that's fair to people, I think.
I think it's also just like protecting its AI, which I think is like important. Like that's an airplane thing he did. Because I remember I saw the studios of the producers. They had like a contract that they were like devising for extras, or it's like they were going to pay extras for one day, and then they could do an AI of your model and use you forever.
Yeah.
So you got $100 to just be in something forever. So just wipe out the whole extras industry, which is what a lot of people do when they move to LA. I did it for a little bit, and they need to make some money, and they're like, actors,
I did that. I was always like the guy that would walk in on the people having sex. I was like, honey, what's going on?
And your hat comes off your head.
Whoa.
I'll get my coat.
Yeah. Just reaction shots of me being shocked. Oh.
I will say I was on a small non-union set recently, and there were extras, and I was like, who is doing? I'm not getting paid to be a principal.
I've had 500 unpaid extras on a set before.
Like, who are these people?
You put up flyers and you get crazy. It's crazy people.
Gotcha.
It's either fans of the thing you're doing, or it's absolute lunatics show up and have no concept of reality.
That's so goddamn
The craziest people in the world show up to do things like that for free.
And it's funny because
it's like an open mic, basically. And they're like, oh, I'm going to be in a movie. And then they show up and they're absolutely out of their mind. And you try to hide them in the shot so that like they're not like fucking hitting themselves in the head with a mallet, yelling cuckoo, bouncing on their ass across the shot.
Someone's just drooling in the background. Like, hey, it's a.
And then they always move themselves towards the camera, and you're sitting at the monitor going, just fire him, please.
Yeah.
Nope, gone, done. Nope, done.
Yeah.
And then they flip out, and they say you ruined their dream.
Nice.
And then they write you very nasty messages on Facebook for 10 to 15 years.
That's probably what they do it for. Like, I want an excuse to be mad at a stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got when I arrived on the set, I accidentally got like shuffled in with the extras, and the guy treated him like cattle. Like it was like, oh no, I'm principal. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, right this way, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been asked the dumbest questions. Like, I remember PA came up to, I was AD in a movie, and they went, the extras are complaining they're thirsty. What do we do? I went, give them fucking water. Shit like that.
Right. Holy shit, that's so cool.
Yeah, basically, when you're a second AD on something, you just get 100 texts a day that is a grown adult telling you they have to pee. And you go, okay. And they're like, can I go pee? And you're like, the camera's on. No. Like, no, we're filming a take.
Oh my god. Yeah, so you're basically just babysitting crazy adults.
Oh yeah, it's non-stop crazy adults.
Amazing. Yes. Were these on like trauma stuff?
A lot of it was trauma stuff, and I've AD'd a few other things with a lot of extras. With trauma, we have fans, so a lot of our extras are people that are like in, and they know it's gonna suck.
Right.
Some people are just fucking wackos off the street.
Right.
Who
my big break.
Yeah. Who are, because when you do like the cattle call open casting, you are just gonna meet crazy people all day. Like the kind of people the kind of crazy where they will show up and be illiterate, and you will give them a script, and at no point will they say, "Hey, you know, I have some reading issues." They will do it and start making up words.
Nice. Amazing.
And see if you notice.
Wow.
When you are also holding the script and know what they're supposed to say.
Right. Oh my God.
I told this on a show the other day, and I apologize that I repeat myself.
No, please.
We had a kid audition. So on Trail Movies, we tell people for the first audition, you have 3 minutes to do whatever you want. You can tell a story, you can do a monologue, you can have something prepared. Do a fucking dance. I don't give a fuck, right? But a lot of them just show up and they freeze because it's their first audition. Yeah. So we will have monologues from other movies available. And all these fucking autistic fucking nerds saw the monologue was Gomez Addams and Addams Family Values.
Louis J. Gomez Addams.
When he talks to the police about getting Christopher Lloyd back, right? And first of all, a bunch of them go, "There's a trauma movie. Why Gomez Addams in it?" Like they don't process that they're not reading the script of the movie.
Oh my God.
One kid read the monologue and then posted online about how he was cast as Gomez Addams.
Oh my God.
And grew a mustache and showed up at our office a month later saying he was ready to film his scene.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Amico.
When none of us were there. He just showed up to the office the auditions had been in.
Nice.
And showed back up like we live there. And then another kid, and he's such a
I can't
sweetheart.
believe he showed up. That's such
awesome.
a commitment to delusional thought.
Dude, we got pictures from the Ring camera on the front door of the office because he stood there yelling, "I'm here to be Gomez Addams in the movie!"
It's like if the king of comedy, like Rupert Pupkin showed up to like a Dairy Queen.
It's that level of delusion.
Yeah.
And there was another kid, God bless him, Frank knows who I'm talking about, and he doesn't have the best verbal skills.
Mm-hmm.
He's a sweet, he's a fan.
Matt Maron.
And he's doing the audition, and he doesn't tell us that he can't. He has reading comprehension issues. And one of the lines is, and there's a moment, it's like when they watch Ralph's Heartbreak on The Simpsons.
Right.
When he on the Krusty Show.
Yeah.
The line in the script is, "My name is Gomez Addams." And I watch this kid know that we know that he can't read. Because he goes, "My name is Gazer Aya."
Oh, no.
And I watch him go, "Fuck." When he goes, "They know I can't read now." Now, I had known because he pronounced subpoena Shafaja.
Shafaja and the Maja.
We must issue a Shafaja. I do this bit. Frank has seen this tape.
Right.
And I could do the whole thing.
Oh my God, this poor bastard.
Yeah. He goes, the line is, I believe they own a Buick.
Yeah.
He goes, I believe they own a Bush.
Why are you acting? This is my question. Why are these people going to acting?
Because
a higher calling.
They're in their 40s.
Oh no.
And their mother gives, dude, like, we've had people show up with, like, I'm trying to say a nice way to, like, a handler, like a caseworker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, but, you know, hey, and some of them are great. Some of them, you tell them what to do, and they're fucking awesome.
Right.
And then some of them are just, woo!
Oh, boy. Jesus. That's such a bummer. Like, that is
or
like...
there'll be ones, there's one kid that every take, and he was a background guy.
Right.
And I think we were being nice letting him be a background guy. At every take, he would go, "Excuse me, what's my line?" And we would go,
It was Matt Maron.
"Oh, no, it's the same impression for this kid." "What's my line?" And we would go, "You don't have a line." "Okay. Do I have a line in the next scene?" "No, you don't have a fucking character name."
Oh, my God, dude. Holy shit. Blowing being an extra might be the lowest...
Oh, I've seen it.
That makes me feel so better at bombing at open mics.
Dude, I iced out a dude who pissed me off, and I wouldn't put him in any more shots. And I told him, "Go home. I'm not using you anymore."
Holy shit.
And he goes, "Well, what if I go home and get a different outfit?" I went, "No. I'm done. 'Cause he kept trying to sneak into my shots.
Nice. Little
And-
mustache.
And the director told me to fire him. And he refused. He's like, no, I'm going to come back on Monday. And I'm like, I'm going to come back and I'm going to look different and you're going to use me. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And I made him sit in holding for 14 hours.
Wow.
And he goes, you didn't use me. I went, I told you I wasn't going to use you. That guy hates me.
Yeah,
Nice.
but
That guy writes nasty shit about me
But
online.
you can't be like that and then be surprised when someone's a dick to you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get like being assertive, but you got to recognize that you're an extra.
Well, he literally said at one point, he goes, you keep putting me in shots where they can't see my face. And I'm like, yeah,
You're an extra.
you're a fucking piece of furniture.
Yeah.
But in his mind, he was like, but once they see me on camera,
I think a
it's
lot
all
of
gonna
extras
click.
think that.
Yeah. It's
Oh
all
yeah,
gonna-
well, so one of the things we say when we put out the cattle call auditions is, hey, if you have an exotic pet, a classic car, anything you think is really exceptional that you think could be featured in the movie, tell us about it. This guy showed up with a stuffed fish, not like taxidermy, just like a toy fish, like for a dog, and starts telling me his backstory about how his character was washed up on a pirate ship, and this was the fish he found, and
Oh
it's
my
his
God.
friend now. And I'm like, I could not give a fuck. There's another guy. There's another.
So these people just want to talk to somebody.
Another
Oh
guy
my
shows
God.
up, and it's a party scene at a strip club, and this kid shows up, and a lot of trauma fans are much like myself, big hulking monsters, but have little boy voices, which is really funny.
It is so funny.
And just this giant dude with he's huge. Just like he literally like when Bugs Bunny drinks the fucking serum that makes him a monster.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that gait. Right? Like his knuckles are like behind him. But he's got this tiny little boy voice. And he walks up to me and he's got a little Party City bag. And he goes, "Oh, Zach, I brought a prop for the scene. I was wondering if you could approve it." And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, dude." I almost said his name. I go, "Yeah." And he opens it, and it's the shittiest, cheapest Trump mask you could buy. I mean, it's like got to be a $12 like dollar store Trump mask, right?
Holy shit.
And he goes, "I was thinking in this scene, I could wear this mask, and then I'll walk around groping all the women."
No.
And it's like a political statement against Trump. And I went, "Get the fuck away from me, you crazy person. What a bad excuse to want to touch tits. I'm going to be Trump."
He saw it at parties. He was like, I thought of the perfect loophole.
No, ma'am, I believe the president groped you.
Yeah, this is satire when I'm. This is satire, honey.
Oh, dude, have I told you the fucking this is a little bit of a way back. The peacock.
No, what's that?
Do you remember a number of years ago, a girl went viral for trying to take her emotional support peacock
Yeah.
on a plane?
Yeah.
It rings a bell.
She was like, it was like for a photo. She said it was like an emotional support peacock, but really it was like for some photo shoot she was trying to get it to. Or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Well, so we had a production house in Queens for one of the movies we made, and she shows up, and she said, "I've got Dexter, my peacock, and he's this beautiful bird." And our director immediately is like, "We need this peacock in this fucking movie." Now there is no
Hell yeah.
part for a peacock in a movie,
right. Yeah.
But he is now obsessed that when we go to the party, there needs to be a peacock at it,
Amazing.
right? Because he's just a sucker, and it's free,
Right.
and it's production value.
Yeah. Peacock's like fucking cool.
And animals are expensive. We got a duck once, and it was $3,000.
Jesus
what?
Christ.
A $3,000 duck?
Their trained animals are really expensive.
Damn.
Even non-union. Because duck needs friends. Non-union duck.
Ducks can join the union.
Non-union duck, very expensive. So
These extras are a bunch of quacks. All right.
hey, could you not quack bad jokes while I'm telling a story? I should bill you for that.
Hey. All right.
All right. So now he's obsessed with getting the duck, and he's a fucking pain in the ass when he wants something. So for days, we're just getting these texts. When's the peacock gonna be there? We gotta shoot with the peacock's the biggest thing in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
And now of course, that she has hooked him, the list of demands arrives.
Oh,
which
no.
is, we need to shoot between these days at this time of day. We need to turn the production schedule around because Dexter molts at a certain time, and he won't have all his feathers. So we have to now switch the day we're shooting.
Oh my God! For the peacock.
And I mean, every peacock needs this. The peacock has a habitat and toys that need to be taken in a U-Haul. So now we need a U-Haul, but the peacock can't ride in the U-Haul. The peacock needs to ride in her lap in a car. So now we need a car and a U-Haul, right? And I'm just getting texts about this fucking cocksucking peacock every
Peacock sucking
fucking day, and it's the bane of. Because we're trying to make a movie.
Yeah.
That's not about a peacock.
No.
And it's just everywhere. There's the peacock. I mean, the peacock needs this and this and at 4:00 in the morning, like a few days we're gonna shoot, this girl sends me, the director, and like 2 other people who were on a chain with her. I regret to inform you that Dexter fell ill last night, and we did everything we could. I was driving him to the vet this morning.
Oh no!
And Dexter died in my arms.
No!
And he was my best friend. He was my roommate. He was everything to me. I'm absolutely emotionally devastated. I'm going to be going off grid to mourn. So, please don't respond to this chain, as I will be not respond. I'll be in mourning. And, I regret. I'm so sorry. I know all the work you guys did. But I lost my best friend today. And it's truly the saddest day of my life. And I just had the whole crew on a fucking text chain. And at 4 a.m, I just text, Peacock's dead. And went back to sleep for hours of the most peaceful, true.
Amazing.
I literally wrote, Peacock's dead. Yeah.
When NBC's streaming service goes down, I'm gonna text the same thing.
Yeah,
to you guys.
Dude, it was so fun. It was so fucking.
This poor woman. I mean, she lost her friend. Do you think she was lying?
Maybe.
No, I think it died.
Of a broken heart.
Terrible timing. Yeah, maybe he got performance anxiety.
Yeah, he was just too nervous.
It was fear of success.
He didn't want to become like the Eddie dog from Frasier.
Yeah,
like a beloved.
Yeah.
He didn't want to eclipse the production.
He's like, fucking crazy Brooklyn bitch stage mom killed him.
Yeah,
with fucking anxiety.
It's like, this is your big moment. You're gonna shine. He's like,
you're gonna be a star, Dexter.
the peacock's on like Heath Ledger pills and staying up all night. Like, I don't know, this could be it, but I don't want to leave my comfy life.
Yeah, Dexter's been dating one of the Olsen twins.
Oh yeah. The peacock died at Jack Nicholson's apartment. Let me tell you, peacock. People don't know that Roman Polanski raped that girl at Jack Nicholson's apartment.
Yikes! Classic.
Fun fact. He wasn't there though.
Jack Nicholson. Me next.
Hey, save some for Jack. Hey there, Roman, I got an idea. Just don't. She's 13 going on 30, but leave her there.
Never rub a teenager's rhubarb.
That's what the 18-year-olds don't understand.
Yeah. Wasn't Chris Walken on the boat Natalie Wood died on?
He was, and there's a conspiracy theory that he killed her. What if you died?
I think he saw her get killed.
Right.
And in every movie he's in, he forgets where he is, and in his mind he's going, I saw that girl die. Like he just loses his train of thought and thinks about her shrieking and like.
Do you think he was like it was like Carlito's way, and he's like, you fucked us. You fucked us. We're both dead.
My favorite walk-in is have you seen Geely?
I haven't. I've only seen No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Gia. I have not seen Geely now.
You would get material out of Geely.
Yeah, Pacino's in it, right?
Pacino's in it. Chris Penn is in it.
Ooh.
Unadvertised. They all took their names off of it, I think.
Oh. Yeah.
And
get my name off this piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it on Jack and Jill. That's a good one, though.
That's how bad it is. Pacino distanced himself from it. And Walken's in it for one scene, and he walks in, and in his eyes, you see him go, oh, this movie sucks. He literally walks around. He might as well walk and go, wow, this is a bad movie, and leave. because he walks in and walks out and is not in the rest of the film.
Oh my god!
But he has this great line that's my go-to walking line. He goes, "We have to remain out due diligence."
I love that he comes in and it's just like a bad party. Like, I've actually got to go.
Yeah, it's like Tim Dillon showing up to Ari's barbecue.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want nothing.
Have you heard about that?
I did. Yeah, I heard he showed up, didn't say hi to anyone. Just
Tim
left.
Dillon walked into the party, saw that it was super crowded and there was nowhere to sit, and he goes, "Hold on, I left my sunglasses in the car."
Yeah.
And then he just drove away. Said hi and bye to no one.
That's so
Nice.
funny.
It's hilarious.
That's the level we got to get to, man.
One time I accidentally sat next to Tim Dillon on a plane, and we started talking the whole time. And he's like, just so you know, usually I'm not in Comfort Plus. Usually I'm in first class.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then he just started roasting the plane. He's like, look at this dumb bitch in front of me. She thinks she has money because she's in Comfort Plus, but she doesn't. Look at her bag. She's awful. She's awful. And then she's like, hey, can you reach my bag? He's like, yeah, of course. Let me get it for you.
Great lady.
Great lady. Anyway, you have to come to my barbecue at the Hamptons. Then he didn't invite me. That contact fell out.
Shit.
Hold on one sec. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hell yeah, man. I'll tell you what I'm excited about, that new Ninja Turtles movie. That one looks like fun, man.
Dude, did you see the pizza controller?
Yeah, and it's supposed to smell like a
hot
pizza,
pizza?
too. Yeah. I'm going to get it, man.
I'm a sucker for this. I love Ninja Turtles.
I love
They're
Ninja
great.
Turtles.
It looks really fun.
It looks like
Teenage
so
Mut-
much fun.
This is the year of like child things, but that are actually like Barbie, Mario, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And Oppenheimer, my favorite childhood toy.
childhood toy. War. Fun war toys.
We love Oppenheimer. Dude, I remember when I was a kid getting the Oppenheimer McDonald's meal. But yeah, I heard it's good. It has like really good reviews.
Yeah,
right?
it looks real. It's like the highest rated Ninja Turtles movie ever.
Well, that's not a high bar to clear.
I know,
that's
not at all.
That's not a high sewer. That literally is coming out of the sewer.
The Oppenheimer meal is just scorched Japanese food.
Here's your burnt sushi. Oh my God, he's become death, destroyer of hunger.
Dude, I saw a thing the other day. They described food as Hiroshima style, and I really thought it was going to be a bit where they set it on fire.
Yeah.
But it was just how they ate food there, and I felt like such a piece of shit. 'Cause I was like, "What kind of bit is this?"
Well, that's like having like, I mean, because that's just what we know Hiroshima for. Isn't known
Right.
for anything else?
Yeah, that would be like being like, "Oh, we prepare the fillet of bass Chernobyl style."
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah.
We leave it in an open microwave until the cook fucking turns green.
Yeah, but like any
Here's the 9/11 sandwich.
Yeah, any history with like Hiroshima or Nagasaki, it like got eradicated. Now there's like this few civilian cities that have had a nuclear bomb dropped on them.
Is that are those the only two?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. Like,
I don't think they dropped another bomb, right?
I mean, they tested bombs, but not on.
Yeah, on
like
cities.
it was like that civilians too. It wasn't like
Yeah,
that's the
tough
wild thing about it, you know.
Yeah. He could have just maybe fired a warning shot, right?
I feel like he could.
Maybe just dropped in the ocean near the emperor's apartment or something.
just like we're getting close. Watch
Okay,
out.
never mind. Okay.
Oh, we were just joking, Naru.
Look, Hitler was a funny. Come on, you have to admit he's pretty funny.
I think that was more a preventative measure for the next few decades. Like, hey, nobody get any ideas.
Yeah.
'Cause we're crazy.
Oh, great point. Right. Yeah. Right.
We're willing to do this.
It's like a homeless guy just like punches people in the street. Like, no one get close. Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're getting off the subway train now.
That's true. That had to be a big part of it, right? Just
Yeah, it
like-
had to be a dick swinging measure.
Yeah. Because apparently, like, the whole thing was we were going up, we were trying to get, like, the Nazis. It was like, well, if we don't develop the bomb, the Nazis are going to develop the bomb. That's what he started. But then Hitler killed himself, and they're like, well, we're still going to fucking make this bomb.
Well, we have to, because somebody if we got this far, someone could just figure out the rest.
What a turnaround for Japan, though, because now they fucking we love each other now. It's
No.
a fucking love affair.
Yeah, dude. It's like it changed and they started like selling women's panties in vending machines instead of fucking using
That's got to be
katanas and
weird,
shit.
though. That's like when your friend is in a bad relationship.
Yeah.
And they break up, and you're like, dude, I'm so glad you're not with her anymore. Like, she really sucked. And then they get back together, and you still have to be like, no, man, she's the best.
Yeah. It's like, I was just trying to make you feel better.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I have a feeling we're not going to have that with, like, Iraq.
Yeah.
or Afghanistan.
Well, we don't. Who knows? A few generations.
But Tokyo had a quick turnaround. Like, people were into Tokyo like 20 years later.
I feel like it was like everyone felt
Japan.
bad because it was like, fuck, we dropped a fucking bomb on them, dude.
Our bad.
It's like when you're like fighting with a younger sibling and you like fuck them up way worse. And you're like, oops.
We were like, our bad. Hey, our men over here really want to fuck your girls.
You guys aren't going to be all fucked up sexually forever now, right? Germans are doing great.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. The Germans, the Italians still are normal, but I guess they just beat their wives. But who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
All right. On that note, everybody, we're gonna do another hour for Patreon. Can you guys stick around?
Yeah, I can stick around.
All right, cool, awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Zach, fucking incredible, man. Do you have anything to plug?
When's this coming out?
Probably next Thursday.
Okay, cool. I am going to be at the Portland, Maine Comedy Festival on August the 26th.
Cool.
The Creek of the Cave, August the 1st and the 2nd. Sunset Strip Comedy Club in Texas on the 3rd. And then Side Splitters in Tampa the 8th through the 10th, doing all the late shows.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. What a great schedule. And the good old Creek in the Cave, huh?
Hell yeah, man.
I did a roast battle there at South by, and it was a bunch of fun, just like
Yeah, I love it.
hanging out there and drinking again.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It was like old. I love how
it
much
feels the same.
it really does. Rebecca's great at just fostering that comic hang.
Yeah,
it's cool that even now it's like a real club. It's like it still has that
Nice.
hang mentality.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Joseph?
As always, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Threads at Joe W. Gorman. You better believe it, baby. I'm still pushing Threads. And you got turned off. You're good, dude. And then my other podcast, Locker Room Talk, I do with Bobby Sheehan and Matt Marin. You can support us on patreon.com/just some locker room talk.
All right, thank you, everybody.